Okay, let me show you the basic functionality of the Smartcat tool. So here you have your project. You open the project, you select your role. Probably you will have translation open, but it doesn't really matter. It loads your project here. So this is your workspace. You work by translating segments. This is one segment, segment 2, segment 3. So if this is your source segment, this is your target segment. If your target segment is empty, you can use copy the source text to the target segment, control insert to fill it in, and then translate over it, which is in many instances more convenient, especially if the source text contains tags or codes. As you go, the translation memory will be populated with your translations, which you can further reuse down the line. You will see translation suggestions from your translation memory TM in this right hand panel. So basically you will see a 102% coincidence if this is a complete match. Also, you will see suggestions from your term base. Term base contains single words or expressions that are repeated as such, which you can save for reuse. This panel here allows you to go into the term base and modify that term if needed. If you need to add a new term that hasn't been added before, you select that term in the source segment, and then you press add a new term or Ctrl A on your keyboard. Brings up this window where you can type your translation add, and it will show up here. Also, if a translation exists for a given term, it will be highlighted in the source segment. So you always have to refer to this panel with these suggestions to keep your translation consistent. If you want to correct something and you have the role of a co-translator, then you should probably before I go into that, I'll show you if you made a change to the string. If you've made a change to a string, or you have made a translation. For example, I want to remove this word from the string to be off today. You see, this segment's status has changed to translation, meaning it has a translation, but it has not been confirmed. You want to confirm it so that it is reflected in the statistics up here, and so that we know that this has been done. So you press confirm the segment, or press Ctrl Enter on your keyboard. If you're modifying a string that has been translated before you by a co-translator, you can add a comment to explain why you have made this modification. So you press Ctrl Enter and you go back to the segment. The history of the edits will be saved, but sometimes it's not enough. So you will go to the comments to segment and you will say wording changed. For example, off to off duty. This is a sample comment, and you will send it. Your co-translator will see this and will be able to learn from that, accept that modification, or respond to you through a messenger or whatever if he or she does not agree with the modification, and then you can discuss this issue further. It is convenient because the other people working on this, they will see this little bubble that there is a comment, there is something to be considered in relation to this segment, so they can press on that and bring up the comment and be aware of the changes you've made. So this is how you go from one segment to another. So you press confirm or control enter, and then if there's a part of the translation that is empty and you want to find it, so you want to find until which moment, until which line the translation has been made, you want to find an untranslated, an empty, or unconfirmed segment. Pressing this button or F9 will do the job. Brings you to the next unconfirmed segment. It has source text copied into the target segment, but not translated yet, so it's not confirmed. So you can work in your translation here, but if you're working with it as a second translator, so you will probably be going over the translations made by the first translator, so you will have to wait until this is filled up. So for this project in particular, we'll be jumping from one part of the document to another. We won't be going from line 1 to line 100 in a straight succession due to the specifics of this project. So you will probably have to write down somewhere on a spreadsheet or somewhere else that you've done, for example, lines 529 through 575, and then again lines 4000 something to something else. If you need to confirm which parts of the documents have been translated so far, you can do so through the messenger, in which we'll be communicating during this project. So this is basically all you need to know for now. If you have any additional questions, you can ask me through the messenger. So this is all for now. I'm out.